Hello everybody, this is Refresh. I'm here to do a draft for Aetherdrift. This is a premiere draft. We're only going to be able to have enough time to do the draft portion tonight because obviously I started this really late. But we're going to do the draft portion tonight. And then we'll finish out the games a little bit later. If, I even have people to draft. Oh, wow. Okay, we got people to draft with. Thought that it wasn't going to happen, but here we are. We're going to be drafting tonight. That's great. We'll see what kind of draft deck that we get here. I'm hoping to try a new archetype, if possible. So, I've done artifacts several times here. We're going to see if I can get maybe a, I don't know, the cycling deck or something like that. But it all sort of depends on what comes up here. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, yeah, that seems pretty good. It's a 3-mana artifact that can turn into a 4/4 flyer, but it likes me drawing cards, and so that means that this is exactly the kind of card for that archetype that I was talking about, right? Where you will discard and loot, and then you draw your second card, you get a 1/1, and that seems pretty good to me. Wouldn't mind this coming back around, or these Thopterists or whatever. And if this is an artifact, I might still be in an artifacts deck possibly, but we'll see where we go from there. Bone Miser, oh, that looks weird. But whenever you discard a creature card, create a black zombie creature token. Whenever you discard a land card, that seems pretty cool. This is this not from the set? That has a weird special guest symbol. But it kind of fits in with what this is trying to do, where I'm looting, and this is certainly a part of looting. It's a creature, though. Interesting. Yeah, I think I take that. I think that does fit well in with this, and what this is trying to do. Wouldn't mind a back on track either. Coming back around. The guy like Pathmaker might also make the cut here, but yeah, I'm going to take this. It's weird looking, though. What is this? Whenever you discard one or more... Yeah, okay. I think if I'm going to discard cards, this is the way to do it. I'm going to keep discarding cards here. Whenever you activate... Yeah, that's cool, too. Alright, I mean, I've got 2 artifacts and a Bone Miser and everything. What is with this art? Where does anyone know what set this was from, and whether the art matches that? Foul Roads? No. Rip Call Ringer. Pilot's okay. Roadside Blowout. Bounces something. I guess the bounce is fine. Keen Buccaneer. I could also take the Guidelight Pathmaker. That's an option too. Maybe I'll take the Pathmaker. No, I mean I'm splashing blue or splashing white if I take that, but it does fit into this deck a little better than the Blowout, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll take the Pathmaker here. And then here, no, that's an exhaust card. This is a, yeah, maybe the Rambler. Am I back into black-white artifacts again? It looks like that's what's coming my way. I don't think I want the Pilot as much as the Rambler here. So, yeah, maybe we're on black-white artifacts. Last Ride. No, that's not what I'm doing. Flood the Engine, or Siphon Fuel. Is black stronger, or is blue stronger, or is... I think I would take Siphon Fuel over Flood the Engine, although Flood the Engine's pretty good. And it costs less. Yeah, I guess I'll take Flood the Engine. So maybe I'm splashing white. We'll see what happens. Transit Mage, I can get back. Artifact, so it's the Rambler right now. And the Cryptcaller Chariot. I guess that's fine. Keen Buccaneer, okay. I can also just take the Dismal Backwater. Let's take the Transit Mage. I think the power level's there. I like the Haunted Hellride. Okay, alright. I think I found my path here. It's blue-black artifacts, I guess. Pathmaker may or may not make the cut here. We'll take a Thopterist in that case. I could also take the Tranquil Cove, but I think I'm willing to lose the Pathmaker in order to make this work. And I think the Thopterist is probably better for me. Yeah, I need to get some 2-drops, obviously, and stuff like that, but we'll see. I'll take another Nimble Thopterist. Kind of locking in this. I definitely don't want any more 4-drops, though, right? This is quite a bit. And looting abilities are pretty good for me. I don't really want this. Okay, I'm going to take this and spec on maybe going white. Going white instead. Okay. Now do I take the Wrangler? Foul roads? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll take the foul roads. We'll see. I'm a little bit torn here because the black is starting to dry up. I could splash the black with these three. Maybe go white as my white and blue as my base. I'm gonna Deathless Pilot back. Yeah, that's not the worst card. So yeah, I'm not sure which direction I'm being pulled here. And what is the core of this? Waxen Shape Thief seems fine. What else would I be taking? Vaulter? No. Shortcut? No. Glitch Ghost Surveyor? Probably not. Yeah, I mean, Canyon Vaulter might be okay. I think I'm more into this. Duplicating whatever I have in flash speed. Seems good. The red-green, what you call it, is not what we're trying to do here, because that's not our colors. Here, I could take the maximum overdrive, but I think I just want a dismal backwater, because I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go, and I'm probably going to have to, let's see, what does this do? Target creature or vehicle. Yeah, I don't need that right now. I'm probably going to have to splash one of these colors, and this will help me line up which one it's going to be. I'm guessing it's going to, at this point, going to be splashing white if I splash, and I'm not sure that I will. Oh, that's a good reason to do so, though. I'm passing Grim Bobble. Yeah, that's the only one. Yeah, maybe I'm splashing black. Maybe this Deathless Pilot and Haunted Hellride and all that can go away. I got another gas. Oh, I'm going to take the Flood. I think blue, is in. I guess I'll be splashing either way. Let's take blue. I'm not sure which of the other two colors I'm splashing, so we'll just take the blue card. And yeah, the Pathway comes back, I'll take it, but I want to make sure I have enough creatures to crew these things. One or more cards to get zombie tokens. I mean, if I'm already splashing, am I going to take Spectral Interference? No. Right? I'm not going to take Sarcophagus, so I'll take Zahir. Am I just 3 colors? Okay. I got to really prioritize the Fixing Lands if that's going to be the case. Like, I don't like where I'm going here with colors. Yeah, I'm core blue and black and white are right now fighting for my attention. But these are really good, so if I can just get the fixing, I might want to value like a starting column, for example, if I see one. Or just really hit blue hard, and then I can, reduce the number of non-blue cards that what is this? Creature type. Is that what I want? Do I want the Gear Seeker? Let's see. Creature types. What kind of creature types do I have? I don't have any specific creature type that's far out here. So this is probably not going to be good here. So I'll take the Serpent. Is this blue? Okay. Haunted Hellride. Oh, Grim Bobble. Do I take the Hellride or the Grim Bobble? I think I want the Grim Bobble here as a removal spell. Ooh, Stall Out, Pathmaker. This is like the Pathmaker. I don't think I'm playing this card. Yeah, it's a double black. I don't know if I'm playing a second Pathmaker either. Country Road, Surveyor. We'll take the Glitch Ghost, probably. Or I could just take the 2-mana card. I guess I'll take the 2-mana card over a Glitch Ghost. And then here, probably the Glitch Ghost, because it's on track. How are we doing with creatures? 11. I can also take the Wreck Remover, but I don't want a 4. I could take Maximum Overdrive as a trick. Is that better than the 3? No, I'll take the 3. I'll take Bounce Off as a... Okay, here I'm going to take Coral Talent, Claw Wrangler. Got a lot of vehicles here. I could still play them. I might be just cutting down to like my most powerful non-blue cards and try to stay centered in blue, and that might get me there. I have, what can I get? I have 3 things I can get with the Haunted Hell Ride, so it's not terrible. Basri. I mean, Basri seems good, but I don't know if I want to commit to that color. This came back around last time, so I think I'm on like Grim Bobble. When you cycle this card, is this good enough to take and splash? Maybe over Grim Bobble and Midnight Mangler and Reef Roads? I guess so. I don't know, he can crew. I don't want the Sloth. I think I'll take a Hull Drifter or the Gravestalker. How many vehicles do I have? I don't want to have too many vehicles. I have 5. Okay. Well, I'm not actually playing some of these, so I take the Hull Drifter, or I could take a Gravestalker, or a Maximum Overdrive, or a Scoured Baron. I think I'm going to take Scoured Barons. I really got to make sure I'm fixed up here. So if I see those, I'm going to value those a little bit higher than maybe on average I would. Okay, we can take the Rat or the Wicker Folk. I like the Wicker Folk because it's an artifact creature. And my deck actually cares about that. So yeah, that's probably the pick for me. Although I think Rat is, I think, a smaller, stronger card. But actually, I don't have that many cares about artifacts cards, right? So maybe the Rat is fine here. Yeah, okay, we'll take the Rat. And then Voyage Home. That's not bad. I guess a decent top end card for what I'm trying to do. Wouldn't mind a Howler's Heavy. How many artifacts do I have in my deck? 8? Yeah. Yeah, we'll take the Voyage Home. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll try it. And here, a Skystreak Engineer seems good. I mean, if I can get Pride of the Road going, it's not bad. But I don't know. I think shoring up my 2-drops might be a little bit better. So we'll take that. And then here, ooh, okay. Bounce Off. Do I want a second Bounce Off? Do I take Calaxion as a crewing creature? Siphon Fuel? Let's take the removal. Okay. Still a bit of a disaster draft. I have to make some cuts. Carrying Cruiser. I like Carrying Cruiser. I wouldn't mind one of these two, but yeah, I'll take the Carrying Cruiser. And here, you take the Midnight Mangler or the Mutant Surveyor. I've liked Surveyor surprisingly. I think it's a better piece, but actually I think the Engine Rat might hold the ground best. Then here, no, we got the Mangler anyways, so I'm okay with that. And then, do we take the Maximum or do we take the Hull Drifter? Yeah, I think we take the Maximum Overdrive as some kind of effect. We'll take the Glitch Ghost Surveyor here probably. Yeah, that seems good. I don't think I'm going to play it. Oh, I'm going to make a lot of cuts in this deck actually. Well, if things are slow, let's see what else I can cut here. Interface Ace. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if I'm going to play that. I'm not playing either of these. I'm going to take this big thing and not play it, I guess. I can at least cycle. Maybe I'll keep it as a cycling thing. Alright, let's see how much cycle I have or looting effects I have, because that's going to affect whether or not I'm going to play some of these discard cards. That's where I started, but obviously the game didn't really go that way for me in the end. So, let's see. Artifact spells. So what do I have that lets me discard? It doesn't look like there's much. Draw my second card. It's a mill. Yeah, I don't have any looting, so I guess the bone miser is gone. White is definitely the smallest part of this deck. I think I can maybe cut except for like my strongest cards. So like the Surveyor is gonna get cut here. Whenever I discard one or more cards. So yeah, the Script Color Chariot can probably see the door there. I like Carrying Cruiser quite a bit. How many card draw effects do I have? I guess the Glitch Ghost Surveyors lean into that. I don't need this Coral Talent. This can't... I guess it can block indefinitely, but I have the Engine Rats, so that's fine. Is Battery good enough? I think a 1-mana 2/1 that can keep making cats is probably good enough. This is one of my very few ways of cycling or self-discarding. That can ride my vehicles. How many vehicles do I have? I have the Thopter Fabricator, Carrying Cruiser, the Haunted Hellride, the Broadcast Rambler, the Guidelight Pathmaker. It's probably fine. How am I doing with artifacts? 10? I don't really want to cut any more artifacts then. So what I'm cutting are non-artifacts. This could become an artifact too, so that's good. Those create artifacts too. Transit Mage can get just the Broadcast Rambler. Let's cut that then. Because odds of me getting... It's just fairly low value if this is the only thing I can get with it. Before I was like, you know, getting Bone Mine... What is it? The Crypt Carla Chariot and the... Oh, well, I guess that's not a lot actually. So maybe that gets the cut there. At this point, black is looking a bit on the weaker side too. Let's see. I like the Hellride and the Carrying Cruiser. I think both of these are pretty good for their respective colors. Then Midnight Mangler is just like a blocker. Probably not a... I probably need to keep it just because of what it is, but I don't love it. Do I need this pilot? I guess more than the Surveyor. Whatever. Create a tapped. Okay. Let's see. Do I lose the one of these things? Like, is a Voyage Home something that I want? I think drawing 3 cards and getting 3 life. If I can get this for 5 mana, is probably worth it. And I have enough artifacts for that to work. But I can't cut too many more. So, let's see. Do I cut, like, the Pilot and the Surveyor, maybe? If that's the case, is this Thopter Fabricator even going to work? How many draw effects do I have? Let's see. So I have... the Glitch Ghost Surveyors, off maximum speed. And Voyage Home. Huh. Maybe the Fabricator even may not make the cut here. Well, I do need to keep the artifact count up, so I guess I'm cutting non-artifacts. Like the Surveyor and the Deathless Pilot. Because I can cut the Pilot. And then 1 surveyor. Well, it doesn't. The fabricator doesn't need much to also crew. But I need to have things to crew it, so I am kind of worried that I'm not whole. Yeah, I need to cut something, and the fabricator seems like the weakest link. Oddly enough, these two are a little stronger. Yeah, okay. We'll cut the fabricator. Even though it was a rare, even though I took it off its ability, I just couldn't get enough stuff that draws me cards. So I think it's worth the cut there, even though that cuts my artifact count down to 9. But I do have other artifacts as well, right? I have these two that make artifacts. This could turn into an artifact. So it's not the worst situation here. How are we doing? 15, 8, and 8. Yeah, we're still kind of just riding along. So here maybe we make some more cuts, like cut the engine rats. I think the engine rats are doing a good job though. Maybe the bounce off. Okay, bounce off gone. I mean, I like the interaction, but maybe that's how we cut into this. Do we cut the Gear Seeker Serpent? I think this is still relatively good in my deck. But I do wonder if I need to cut one of these. Maybe the Pathmaker? I get an artifact card and put on the battlefield if it's 2 or less. What am I wanting to get? Yeah, I guess I can get the Pathmaker. It feels like it's a good card, but it always goes late. I feel like maybe there's a reason for that. So I'll cut that. That also reduces my artifact count, which is not good. But I think it's probably the weakest of my cards. And now that we're here, I guess I don't have too much that I want to save with the maximum overdrive. Is that what I'm cutting? Yeah. The Rambler kind of crews itself, so I don't... That also is a double artifact, which is pretty important here. And I have removal with Flood the Engine, so maybe Maximum Overdrive is just not good enough in this deck. Cut that. And then this is the deck. Unfortunately, that leaves me with kind of the same ratio of, 7 blue, 5, and then 6 white. I think we're gonna cut 1 plains and add 1 island back in. So that's 8 blue, 5 black, and 5 white. It's not great. I don't love this. It's definitely one of my weaker decks that I've put together here. But yeah, I feel like this is kind of how I have to run this. So this is the deck. Let's hope it does well. But we're going to call it quits for night before we play tomorrow for this, because it's 1:54 and I need to sleep. So that's going to be it for me. We'll open some packs before we finish this. Here's a Thunder Junction pack. We got Tyrant Scorn. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think well, actually, no, the Sneerback Terror seems like it's really good. So that's probably going to be the pick here. But, you know, the Tyrant Scorn is reasonable. Yeah, it's probably the next best card, right? We have Bloomburrow, which gets us Thundertrap Trainer. Yeah, I mean, a 1/2 that gets me a card and potentially gets me 2 is probably pretty good. I don't really care that much for this ability. Field Trick Shooter, nah. Yeah, I'll take the Thunder Trap Trainer. Duskborn gets me these cards. And I will take the Leyline of Resonance. No. Gremlin Trainer? I like Gremlin Trainer. Yeah, I'll take the Gremlin Trainer first. Seems like it's probably the most fun in this particular pack. Foundations. Here we have an Abyssal Harvester. I mean, this is good, but I don't know if it's take first good. But I don't want Exsanguinate or Pilfer.